Happy Sunday. I know, right? It's Sunday Fun Day. Yeah. You don't do anything else. Have some fun. And the best way to have fun is through what? Food and great cocktails. That's always the best way. So, guys, I'm Chef Jernard Wells, the host of New Soul Kitchen on Clio TV. Some of you also may have seen me on shows like Food Network Star, Cutthroat Kitchen, Chef Warner, some of those shows on Food Network. Also, cookbook author, Southern Inspired by American Taters, my latest cookbook. And what I really talk about is why we cook the way we cook, why I cook the way I cook, and why food is so important to our culture. And really, food is more so about bringing people together. As I said, you've never seen anyone eating in frowns. I don't care where it is you go. Today, when you leave, you stop out somewhere else to get something to eat. Just look around and see if you see anybody eating in frowns. It's hard to do. Nobody never does it. But one of the most important things about cooking great food is meant to bring people into your world. When people eat your food, they should experience who you are, what you're about, what it is that you love, and why you cook the way you cook. That's why you find yourself saying, oh, man, I love my mama cooking or my grandmama cooking. Or I used to love my Uncle Bubba's ribs, whatever the case. Because when they cook them truly the way they love to eat them, and they serve them to you, so you're experiencing essence of who they are. Think about it. Back then, when you went in the kitchen, your parents, whoever was cooking for you, they never asked you, well, how did you like this to taste, or which one. They just went in the kitchen and cooked it, and they served it to you, and that's what you ate, and you loved it. So that's what we're going to do today. These right here are some of my signature wings that are out of my cookbook, and I even show you how to make these wings in my cookbook. They're called candy apple wings. When I talk about candy apple, I literally mean just like the candy apple you eat. One of the things about these wings is, and the key to any good chicken, I don't care if it's fried chicken, braised chicken, roasted chicken, whatever kind of chicken. If you do this one little trick, your chicken will be outstanding. Soak your chicken in sweet tea. Yes, I said that some of y'all are kind of looking puzzled like, sweet tea? Yes, the sweet tea that you drink. That is a great brining method, because you have to remember one thing. Sweet tea is an herb just like any other herb you use, oregano, thyme, any of those spices, rosemary. So when you make sweet tea, make it the same way that you would make it to the level that you like of drinking your tea. Then once you do that, you submerge your chicken in there, add some fresh sprigs of rosemary to it, and let it go. Look at my sous chef coming up here peeping in here. You ain't even supposed to be in there yet. By the way, guys, this is my sous chef, Chef Corey Hinton, aka Chef Romance. As I always tell people, years ago when I first started out on Food Network, my pen name was the Chef of Love, because I used to write love cookbooks. They used to literally call me the hint of food. I sneak in the guy's house, cook the meal for him, he invite his date over, he pretend like he made it, and he get all the credit for it. There was only one problem. If he got the girl, he had to duplicate it over and over again. So you can only imagine how many calls I was getting in my neighborhood. But anyway, I was Chef of Love. When Chef Corey came along, he became Chef Romance, because you can't have love without the romance. But one of the things here, let's talk about these wings. So after you allow your chicken to rest and marinate in the sweet tea, you can do this from 30 minutes to 24 hours. The longer the better, the more rich the flavor is. It creates what is called umami. Can y'all repeat after me and say umami? Umami. Exactly. Who knows what umami means? Bet you Google it, of course. Umami simply means savory. Every time you eat something that is savory, that's what it means, umami. That's the Japanese word for savory is umami. So if you ever seen it on the menu, say umami, what it means is savory. Something that we love, something that we enjoy. It provides comfort and when you're eating a great meal. That's just like I paid a whole lot of money to go to culinary art school to learn fancy terminology. But what I ended up learning at the end, I already knew how to cook the way I knew how to cook, because one of the things is when it comes to cooking, cooking is really in us. You either love it or you don't. But we know one of the things that we all do is we love to eat. So like my mama told me when I was young, Jernard, you better learn how to cook because you ain't guaranteed to get no wife and have a cooking for you. You can't eat fast food all day. So when I went to culinary arts school, they taught me how to say fancy words like mise en place. Do anybody know what mise en place means? Of course, you know it. Anybody else know what the word mise en place is? Yes. Everything in place, get everything together. I paid $50,000 to learn that one word because you either know how to cook or you don't when you go in there. Because some people go to culinary arts school and still come out to be the worst, but it's about how we feel when you cook. So after you soak those wings in the sweet tea, you remove them from the sweet tea. Then what I do is I add my Southern all-purpose season. This is a low sodium season that I add to it to season because you always want to season your chicken, especially when you make a hot wings. Too often we go to restaurants and what you see them doing, they dropping a naked wing in the grease, frying it, and then they throwing sauce on it at the end, relying on the sauce alone to make the wing good. No. We say that the food should be good with or without salt. So always season your chicken, and it's okay if you want to do a little more than just salt and pepper. So I do my all-purpose season, then I finish it off. See, Chef, you ain't even open it for me. This is how I do it. This is how I do it. I'm done taking them on the highway with me. Yeah, okay. So we're going to add here a little lemon pepper. You add this to just your raw chicken the same way. Although you see here, this one is already so unsmoked. So now that you got your chicken seasoned, you want to let it set in and penetrate. Because one of the things, the marinade opens up the pores of your chicken, just like any other thing you marinate. So whatever season, dry season you put on it, it holds on to it. Now, to make candy apple sauce, it's two parts things. And I always say, of course, people say, okay, Jernard, you promote your own product. Yes, Smoky Whiskey River is mine, but I'm going to give you a cheat code. You want to make your own sauce at home or your own candy apple wing sauce. Of course, the recipe is in the book, but all you need is your favorite hot sauce, brown sugar, pineapple juice, because you're going to cook the brown sugar down to get the molasses to bring it all in. So that's your Caribbean Island Fire is the sauce that I made. It's a recipe I picked up while spending time in Bermuda. Now, to balance it out, you want to add in whatever your favorite barbecue sauce is. Mine happens to be, of course, and this right here is the Smoky Whiskey River. Did my gas run out, y'all? It's the Smoky Whiskey River. The Smoky Whiskey River is actually made with Curveball barbecue whiskey. It's a whiskey that tastes literally like barbecue sauce, but it's actually whiskey. So if you consume too much of it, yes, you will get wasted. So I don't want to be held responsible for none of the foolishness that any of y'all may do when you're at home in the comfort of your own home. You got me there, Chef? There we go. There we go. So we just swap them out here. So to make your own barbecue sauce, what I always say, what you need is whatever your favorite tomato product is, tomato paste, tomato sauce, or ketchup. You want to start with that as your base. So then from there you want to go into giving it its smoky flavor that you love in barbecue sauce. Smoky flavor can come from several ways. It can come from what we consider an unnatural way, which is like eating your liquid smokes, your mesquite smokes, things like that. Or you can go the natural way. A vegetable or a supplement to that is chipotles. If you ever walk in the store and you see chipotles, nice chipotles really have a good smoky flavor to it, and it'll give you a natural smoky flavor if you want to create it that way for an additive. Now from there, once you blend that in with your ketchup, you're on your way to creating your barbecue sauce. Now it's about bringing it into the flavors that you like. That's where it comes in, whether you add a cracked black pepper, kosher salt, smoked paprika, any flavors that you want, garlic powder, onion powder, because cooking is about bringing people into your world. And too often when we cook thinking the way other people desire and think that they may like their food, when in the end we should be cooking the way we like it and then serve it to you so you experience who I am. Food is also tied to our identities of remembering people. Think about it. You can remember so-and-so who made the best potato salad, or who made the best collard greens, or the sauteed cabbage, or that prime rib that was dying for. You may not remember their phone number, but you can remember the name. So once you start bringing those together, getting them together low and slow, you're going to start seeing your sauce form just like this. Now, from that point, what we have here is grenadine. Grenadine, you can be made with strawberries, it can be made with cherries, it can be made with any flavor like that. So what we're gonna add in is a cherry grenadine, but we blended in some apple cider in with it. Because what we're making, anybody remember, I know I've been doing a lot of time, but anybody remember what we're making?
Candy apple wings.
So see, you didn't remember none of that, but you didn't forget that, huh? So we're gonna start our sauce to getting hot and right here. Look at it. What you want to do is, from this point on, if you don't take anything else from me, take this. The next time you're in the store and you buy sauce, any kind of barbecue sauce, take your sauce home before you, on the next grill out or whatever you're doing, cook your sauce first. If you cook your sauce first, the flavors will be better than what they are coming out of the bottle. Because the reason why the sauce is different and you should cook it, see, is because there's a process that they don't typically do in the manufacturer when they sell it so they can sell it cheap. So if you ever go in the grocery store, you wonder why they sell it Kraft sauce or Hunt sauce, and you can get 13 bottles for $1.99, is because they skipped the step out of it. And the step is the cooking method. What they do is what's called cold fusion. Blend all the seasoning, all the tomato sauce, everything in these pots, and fill the bottles, lid them off, sell them. By not adding that cooking method to it, it saves them on time, money, and hazard insurance, so they can then sell it to you cheaper. So if you look on the bottom of the bottle, it actually tells you to cook it, but most people just pour it straight out. If you cook it, it breaks down the seasonings and allows the flavor to really be more enriched and become a part of who you are. So that's one of the reasons why I always say cook it. Now, after you season your wings up, after you take them out the marinade, you get the smoker going low and slow. But say it's raining outside, it's fine. You can do this in home. You can buy wood chips. You can buy wood chips just like this right here that's already chopped up in any flavor. Hickory, apple, maple, cherry, you name it. Soak them in water, put them in aluminum foil, pop it in your oven on 350 and the chips will still start to smoke and give you that same smoke flavor if you was outside. So you can do this in the middle of December. But now, we outside, guys. So we got our smoker going here. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna load these bad boys right in on our smoker. You wanna make sure you get your smoker up to about a 325, 350 temp. After you get them up to that level, you wanna let them go for roughly about 45 to 50 minutes on this smoker or in your oven the same way. While they're going, their flavors really penetrating through. One of the things I always say, and if you're worried and you're new to being on a grill or a smoker, fine. The cheat code is put them on your smoker, let them go for 10 minutes so the smoke penetrates through, and finish them off in the oven. As long as you do it in the private of your own home, when the guests come over, you can tell them you was out there on the grill all day. They ain't gonna know no difference. Exactly, you know how you do it. All right, so this is how they look. As you know, for the magic and the sake of TV, we already had some smoked up real good. Exactly. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be back after these messages. All right, so now that we already got some smoked up, you got your sauce. We're gonna add it right in there with our sauce here. And always you want to make sure you get your nice little wok action going and go ahead and get them tossed up real good here. Now, as you can see, it's starting to look just like candy apples. And the flavor is there to bag it up. Chef, you know what we need? We're going to need some bolts too here. Whoa, we got bolts. All right, so here we go right here. And when I tell you lunch, dinner, any of America's favorite times to serve, guys, we're going to definitely allow you to sample each one of these bad boys. Because I said, I can bring this up here in front of you and not let you taste a little bit of it. Go ahead and look, check it out here. There we go. So guys, thank you once again. I'm Chef Jernard Wells. If you want to come over and see me at my booth, I'm right there beside you.